operating on a frequency of 52 megacycles by authority of the Federal Communications Commission. A test program follows.
For you who've been trained technically, I need hardly say that there's still a number of problems to solve. I guess you know them as well as anybody knows. But I think we've proceeded far enough to justify the statement, at least, that these technical problems are not insurmountable.
For some reason, my hotkey's lost.
It was worth it for that.
I agree with that. So, that was a great set of matches again. We're trying to look at who we're going to have in the next round for this feature games. We've got a couple of ideas out there. But it's the matches we've had recorded recently have been really, really good to see. I mean, the breathtaking almost. Would you not agree?
That's just it. I kind of want to maintain the same level of gameplay. I don't want to really dip after, because each week the gameplay has been absolutely stellar that we've had. The decks, the players, everything has been utterly top tier, and I've absolutely loved it. So I'm kind of sticking to the top of the group this time. Maybe in KOTE I'll give some other teams some love. I'm going to try and make sure we're not always featuring the same teams.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I chopped my crisp too quickly then. Right, so we've got to 10:30, so we're not going to be much shorter than normal, and we're going to go through the current standing. I believe they are all updated this time, but for some reason my transaction hotkey is not working. So we'll just by hand. Right, so start off with the DIS group here. This is the US groups, with Brazil included inside of it, or Team Cosina, who are currently top of the group with 8 game wins, 30 keys. They'll be playing the Niffle Shufflers next round. With Baywitch, let's be clear, 1 game and 1 key behind. That's really close. We'll be playing the ABR, got 5 on it. The Niffle Shufflers that we've already been through are only on 2 keys behind Baywitch. Reapout will be playing Jabbergrammer. They are on identical scores, so they are playing off equal 5th place at the moment. Felching Welshman will be playing Branthrough, and Team Weekend will be playing ABR Trooper Calls. Now, those questioning why is Team Weekend with 2 matches playing ABR Trooper Calls with 0 match wins, that's because ABR Trooper Calls have already played Branthrough, and so we ended up doing a double bump up there.
Yeah, there's a couple of games throughout this week that you're like, why is that happening? And it's because a lot of teams have already faced each other.
Well, the Toads especially, which we'll come on to shortly.
Oh,
so the Mars group, they're doing amazingly. So for top of the group is Keyforce Granada, and this is Jose's group from Spain. This is a European group. It's good to see them. They'll be playing against the Juggles, who are currently only 1 match, but 2 games behind in a key, behind Keyforce Granada. Then Hamburg Atlanteans 1, the winner of KOTE 6, will be playing Brain Games LV, the runner-up for KOTE 2 or 3. The Friendships,
unless
who are
Keyforge Granada lose this game with, unless Keyforge Granada lose this without forging any keys and lose all 3 games, I'm pretty sure they're going through to the top cut.
Yeah, definitely.
But
so,
I don't want to jinx it.
No, of course we can't jinx it. The Friendship, who used to be called the Forest Defenders in the previous events, and I've corrected that on the KOTE directory in the last week, is going to be playing Klitschko from Ukraine. Again, this may look like a weird pairing, but there is only 1 match difference between them. They get the pair down, pair up. Can't Touch This, raised by rules. We're playing Manchester Mavericks B. Brain Games LV we've already been through. Brain Games LV and Can't Touch This, raised by rules, are actually only 2 keys apart, so it's still very close. And then we come on to Manchester Mavericks B with the legendary Andrew Kong, who's in the chat here today, or was in, Lucky Star Kongi. You guys will be playing Can't Touch This, raised by Wolves, we just said. And then SCS Steelers will be playing Trailer Park Boys for the bottom of the group. So then moving on to Untamed, I'm really annoyed that my shortcut stopped working. So we get to one of the US groups. Here we have New York City versus Team Zazine. Sorry, New York City at the top, who are playing Keyforge Fridays. This is a game where we've had no outright 4-match winner yet, which is interesting. So New York City will be playing Keyforge Fridays. Team Zazine. We'll be playing ABR, Armageddon, and Coates. Now, this is one of the ones that looks a bit weird, going, why is a team that's second paired second from bottom? And the answer is, I can't remember. I can't remember which way it was, but either Teams Elite has played everyone in between, or ABR Coates has played everyone in between.
Teams Elite has pretty much played everyone in the top 4.
And so the pair down went to ABR. I mean, we spent a long time going through this to check it. I made Brett double check it as well. And they are only 3 keys behind New York City, so it's really close. Coast to Coast are only one game and no keys behind teams and they'll be playing Solar, who are exactly one match behind. So we have 3 teams here on 3 matches and this 29 keys. But the game is a piece apart.
In this group is all to play for.
Yeah.
Any of these teams could get into the top cut.
Then we have Keyforge Fridays, who have 2 match wins, 7 games, and 31 keys. They'll be playing New York City, and they are 3 keys ahead of Sloppy Lab Work, the winners of KOTE 5. And then we have Wild Wormhole. Sorry, Sloppy Lab Work, we're playing Wild Wormhole. I can't read what I have. Keyforge Fridays is going to play New York City. Then we have Sloppy Lab Work playing Team Wild Wormhole, who's on 1 match, 5 games, and 27 keys. So I mean, this game is pretty much anyone in the top 6 could qualify. Anyone in the top 6 could probably qualify with a good win.
2 of the teams in the top 4 are gonna. One of the teams in the top 4 is going to be guaranteed to go through. Another one of the teams in the top 4 is going to get second, and then any of the 6 can end up in third. So this is a group where it's all to play for.
So moving on to Star Alliance. So this is our
confused me a little
international
bit.
group.
Because the top 2 teams have already played each other. So I'm really interested by that. Because we featured Old Guard versus No Kangafans in Austria 2 on the stream. And Old Guard, that's been their only game loss, and they've still managed to claim top of the group so far.
Yes. I mean, this is unbelievable. So, I mean, the Old Guard at the top, they're 1 game and 5 keys ahead of No Kangafans in Austria 2. But No Kangafans in Austria 2 beat the Old Guard in the featured game, as you pointed out. But then Screech Bomb is only 2 games and 5 keys behind No Kangafans in Austria 2. So, I mean, this is still really, really close. I mean, none of these teams are playing each other because they already have.
And Screech Bombs have had the pair down against the No Kangafans in Austria 1 due to the fact that a lot of these teams have already faced each other.
Yeah.
Pretty
so
much
then we get 5 lives. Yeah. 5 lives
so
of
No
dis.
Kangafans in Austria 2, their only loss was to the Screech Bombs.
Yeah.
And I think Screech Bombs' only loss was to the Old Guard. So it's really interesting. That's what's going on in these groups.
It's really inbred. Yeah. So then we have 5 Lives of Dis, who will have the fortunate pair up against No Kangafans Austria 2. PNW Power, who are the pair up against Old Guard. CR7 Ghost Hawks have the bye because Ganymede Artivists have already had it.
I did double
check the finals. Yeah, the finals winner Alpha we're playing Ganymede Archivists, and No Kangafans Austria UA1 playing Screech Bombs, and Ganymede Archivists on the final swing Alpha. But I mean, the top 3 are so close. Then you not played the animation this week, and then in 4th, PNW Power is 2 keys behind 5 Lives of Dis, and CR7 Ghost Horse is only 1 key behind PNW Powers. So they're going to jump ahead in theory at this point in time. If we argue the buy has been, if we had the buy on for this week, CR7 Ghost Horse would be top of the group with 3 match rings, 10 keys, and and 20 and 35.
But we don't know. We don't know how the rest of it goes. Yeah,
but it's at this point in the week. They won't be first overall, but they will. Actually, no, they could. It would be impressive.
Both.
No
Kangafans in UA2 and Screech Bombs would have to lose all their games 3-0 to sort of jump up that far.
Yeah, I mean, it's still
it can happen. I mean, it's the same sort of situation for us in the Shadows group where we can sort of jump from 6th to 3rd.
Let's worry about that one in a minute. So here we have Can't Touch This, the Urchins guys at the top of the league. 4 match wins, only lost 2 games total. I mean, out of a total maximum of 36 keys, they've got 34 keys. So this is pretty... we're fairly sure they're playing L'Espoir, who's another really good French team. Were they the guys that made it to the final last time, or was it they the semi-finals?
Top 4, I believe.
Top 4. So I mean that's going to be a great game.
Both Kansas and L'Espoir did really well in KOTE 6.
Yeah. So then we have not finished among the winners. Second place of KOTE 3 or KOTE 4. We'll be playing Hamburg Lanterns 3, who are part of the larger Hamburg Lanterns family that won KOTE 6. Then we have in the second to fourth place here, we can see not Fisher Mum is 2 games ahead, but Hamburg Lanterns 3 are 2 keys ahead of L'Espoir. I mean, this is again still anything to play for with Triple B.
Definitely, adding the fifth round after KOTE 7, after KOTE 6, has definitely made it a lot closer of a race.
Yeah. So then we have L'Espoir, BBB, Manchester Mavericks A, Seeking Needles as Leicester Society, all on 2 match wins. Again, one game apart between them. Again, any of them could still jump up to second or third. It's they probably won't win it at this point, but they can't win it now. But it's going to be interesting to see what comes out. And then we have at the bottom end we have Team Exalted A with their second win for the bye. Come on, Adam, our lone striker, our lone captain from London Urchins. But well done, guys. You're going to get your second win here. And then Barcelona Mamutes versus Better Call KOTE. Very close teams again, 2 keys apart. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Right. Next of all, we have our group, Brett. So if you're not sure how embarrassed you are with showing this, so we've seen the game. Yeah, well, that's good. That's all that matters. So London Urchins, we just saw play. They just saw them beat Autocannons Italia. London Urchins are way ahead here. They'll be playing Team Labwork, so they can be beaten and they can be knocked out by Team Labwork, or put into second place by Team Labwork. And it is possible for Lickle to then catch them up. But apart from that, London Urchins are going to be in top 3. There's no.
As we've seen, the London Urchins decks are absolutely insane.
Obscene.
And if they can keep up that kind of draw power, then London Urchins should easily cruise into the top. I'm not saying the Labworks aren't going to put up one hell of a fight, but our first game was against the London Urchins, and Archon Alters has not changed decks since he beat Rich in the first round. He's completely undefeated for all the first 4 rounds, and I know how much of a pain that deck is because I had to take it on against Slogans in the first round, and I managed to squeeze a win due to being faster.
Wow, faster than that deck. Then we come on to Lickle, who are in 3 matches, 9 games, 31 keys. They'll be playing D20 from Vietnam, so this is China and Hong Kong versus Vietnam. I wish we could record it, but we just can't see that happen with the time zones. And also, we had a Shadows group last game, but in the future, I'd like to get the D20 guys on the stream because they're great guys to play. They kicked our ass, but they're great guys to play. Then we have
hopefully they can. Hopefully, if the stars align, either us or them will jump up into 3rd place, and we can get them on the Top Cut stream.
That sounds good. Then we have Autocannons versus Team Autoencoder. So this is the interesting part where we only have 4 teams on 2 wins. Autocannons were playing Team Autoencoder. We are 1 game but 1 key closer to 1 key more Team Assaulted B+. So we'll be playing by the lucky draw Portuguese Generosity. And then Hypno Key Frogs this time will have the bye. And they are 1 key ahead of Portuguese Generosity. So unfortunately...
And Portuguese Generosity have already had the bye, so they couldn't get it again.
Yeah, Portuguese Generosity unfortunately are going to finish bottom of the table regardless if they wipe us out or not. I think because... No, they could still beat Team Auto.
Yeah, no, yeah. If they wipe us out, they'll go up to 27, the same as us.
Yes, so they'll be equal with us.
Oh no, but they'd only have 6 game wins, so they'd be below us.
Yeah, so they'll go up. They can go up.
It depends on how Team Autoencoder do.
Yep.
But
you just see the standard here. Let's moving on to Sanctum. So we have Midwest Mavericks OG. We have 4 teams on 3 match wins, and this is
Toads.
This one, I had to actually go and manually do this because my script couldn't cope with the Toads. Because Toads have already played OG Midwest Mavericks, the Final Swindle Omega, Team Smith Saz, and Fajodora Vicada. And my script couldn't cope with that, so I had to go and do this one by hand.
It messed it up.
So
I think, isn't this the one where it messed it up so badly that?
No, that was a different one.
Oh, that's the next group. Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's a copy paste error. That wasn't a mess up. So we have one game win ahead for OG Midwest Mavericks. They're one game ahead of the Final Swindle Omega. The OG Midwest Mavericks will be playing the Argentinian team Forja Doficada, who are on 2 wins. The Final Swindle Omega will be playing Team Smith Saz. They are 1 match win ahead of them.
That's going to be a hell of a game because the Final Swindle Omega have come into this with amazing decks and just hungry to get into that top cut again.
Yeah. The Toads will be playing Control the League. So again, it's a double pair down just because they've played everybody else at the top already, and so I'm quite favourable that they're in quite high on this. They are equal completely with Team Smith Saz, both on 8 games and 29 keys. Then we come on to Fujikorda, who are 2 matches, 5 games, 21 keys, who play in the current top of the group. Then Control the League. I wrote the code. That's not necessarily a good thing. AB Alpha Coates is going to be playing Not Much to Protect, and because Gaming Gear Birmingham drops a few rounds ago. Not Much to Protect is still at the bottom, and I say they've won 1 game, but they seem to have had fun. They've always played, they're always getting regularly, and they're great guys to have it in.
I thought Not Too Much to Protect were a new team.
They're to this round, but they've still played every game this round, and they're still having fun with hunters, even though they.
I mean, we haven't had any really drops due to tournament disagreements. The game drops have always been outside influences, and I think that so far is a first for us.
We had it at the last event. I'd say we had it too. The second, but yeah.
But
cheers, Dan, and good night to you as well. So moving on to Logos, because I want to go to bed as well.
Same.
You got a busy day ahead tomorrow, you must. It's fine. So on hopefully the final group, Logos. So this is another of the European groups. We have Hamburger Lanterns 2. Have we missed a group out? Which group's Hamburger Lanterns 1 in?
Yeah, I think we've still got Saurians to go off this.
I thought we did Saurians. We'll come back to Saurians then. So Hamburger Lanterns 2, we're playing Celefamo. They will be the top 2 players in this group. There is literally 1 key between them. Starship Looters then come in, who are again 1 key behind, who play the SCS Sharks, who are 3 games behind. Baguette and Chips, who became Bootcamp X2. That's not quite so close with Gilhart's Chosen on 2-5 and 22 key, who will be playing Beer Forge. The Syndicate will be playing the Key Frogs. Now, Key Frogs, every time we've seen them play has been unfortunate. They're great players. I'm just surprised to see them down here with 0 match wins.
Yeah, Key Frogs are absolutely brilliant guys. They do some amazing streams every Sunday and occasionally on the Monday. Absolutely brilliant guys. And they've been having a lot of fun. They've been organising the games, and I really do hope they keep at it, because as we've seen with a lot of the teams, it may take a few coats to get into it, but a lot of the teams that you're seeing at the top of these tables are teams that have been taking part for a while.
Yeah,
the more you play, the better you get.
And as I said before, the Key Frogs guys, they're not only one of them is really used to playing online, from what we've gathered. So
they play a lot.
Yeah, lucky people. So I'm just going back to Saurians. I thought we already had covered Saurians. We missed it. I apologise.
Hamburg Atlantean 3, the Urchins. Yeah,
let's have a 3. We did that one.
Yeah,
which one is? Anyone know which group Hamburg Atlanteans 1 are in? I think we have already covered it.
Hamburg Atlanteans 1 is this.
We have covered them already. It was just so long ago. So that's all we have for today. If anyone has any comments, I appreciate this has been more of us rambling this week because we didn't have such a long long video set planned, so we had a bit more time. But thanks everyone for playing. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm loving the fact we still have 20 viewers, which must be 20 instances running in mine and Brett's flats, just to, my house, Brett's flat, Brett's house, sorry, just to work it out. But thanks everyone for watching. We do appreciate all your support.
No stream next week. We'll be back just before the new year.
Yep.
happy holidays
29th.
to all those that celebrate it, and yeah, just keep forging, guys.
Yep, and Brett, good luck this week. And if you need anything, man, give us a shout.
I will do. And you better come get these decks soon before I open them.
Yeah, we'll see about next week. I might drop by. Cheers, man. Wednesday next week, I'll see if I get the time to drop by. Cheers, man. All right, thanks everyone for watching, guys. Have a great day, and stay safe. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a good Christmas. Bye.